Hello, everyone. So let's get started. Uh, Show the game. There we go. And let's resume where we left off yesterday. So we are at cycle 57. We have 2 asteroids, mostly in a good place. We'll get to that. And we have a plan for today. So this is the second asteroid. It's still a little bit rummage. We still don't have a steady food source. With that in pod, we should have a little bit of food. Yeah. 19k, so that's 5 cycles worth of food. But we kind of have problems with, like, it's not very well oxygenated over here, and we have issues with all the chlorine and carbon dioxide. So we really need to, like, dig this out, give us more space to add some air circulation in this area. So we're gonna add an extra diffuser for the algae down here. And that should help us with some air pressure, which we definitely need 700 grams of oxygen. That will help that for sure. Once we dig that out, we can also look into digging this out so to let the air cycle a little bit better. We'll eventually get to digging this out. We'll finish the latrine and we will make this into a much more stable location. We also got access to some wild nosh beans and made some tofu. So hopefully this gives us a good amount of cycles to be able to get to a stable location. And it's not super pressing, mainly because, there's unreachable food by Jean. It's not super pressing because this asteroid has a significantly better food economy. Not only does it have a bunch of fish that turns into fish fillet, it also has a lot of bug buckets. So for this asteroid, we're gonna start doing some ranching. Since if you missed it yesterday, I noticed that this second planet now has a liquid sulfur geyser. So that will allow us to ranch the Sweetles sustainably. All the Sweetles need is some sulfur. So we should be able to ranch them sustainably, and that should give us a sustainable source of sucrose. That means that we can use sucrose for our rockets. So we can get rid of all of this carbon dioxide. We don't need it anymore. It's not important to keep around, so I'm putting a large wire down here, and we will start skimming out all of this carbon dioxide to make this a workable area. So that is pretty straightforward to do. That will be probably our number 1 priority. As you can see, when we were up, we are also trying to get some solar panels in because we are limited, not very limited. We have a bunch of coal down here, especially once we get this. But we are limited on our energy source, and having those solar panels up there will be very beneficial. So let's start getting some refinement here. So this is pretty straightforward. We just need to power this up. Add in a few tiles, preferably of granite. Put that here. We also want a tile here. And then some plumbing. So this goes in here, this goes in here. And we'll want to get started by pumping some O2 into here. So let's temporarily add some water. Where is it? blind there the liquid pump. So let's temporarily add a liquid pump right here. This should allow us to pump out some water, start the cycle up here, and then that would get rid of all the carbon dioxide for us. And yeah, that would be great. There isn't such an easy way to get rid of all this chlorine though. So, you know, we're gonna have to deal with that being a problem for a little longer, but at least we will get rid of a large number of all of this. Let's cancel this to add some circulation. So this is the door 1, 2, 2, 3. So we're gonna add a little bit of circulation tiles made of iron. So iron here and here, 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 here. And we're gonna put a granite tile there. So that will help circulation a little bit for the skimmer so that it can skim better. Once that's done, we will most likely, we'll start our ranch for the Sweetles. I'm gonna go with, I like my tall ranch style, especially for something that can't climb on the wall. So we're gonna set that up. And, oh, okay, so that's why the digging stopped here. So we actually got up all the way where we wanted to. So we can put the bottle emptier here, put some water, and even with minimal amount of water, like 1 bottle worth, we can then dig out this and it'll create a vacuum without too much of a concern. I'll fill this up as I normally do, since it still has some potential issue. If someone like breathes out or farts inside of here, it will break my seal if you don't have enough water. But it's a good way, it's an easy way to start the process, and then you won't have like a piece of air stuck in the corner here when you're digging things out. So that's essentially why I didn't tell them to dig any further than that. Okay. So where we are on max speed. Don't want that to happen again. It's gonna be so slow. Okay, so we're done building all these things. We just need to dig this out, destroy this. It's slower on this asteroid since we only have 3 duplicates, which is problematic. This section, oh, we're losing our oxygen. That's maybe why. Oh, look at that. Maybe that's why there's such a pressure issue over here. We're currently losing all our... Okay, well, let's destroy this and add a manual door. So at the very least, it only loses us pressure when we have to go through the door. That's a good enough stopgap for now, but that does also lead us to a pretty good, easy way of starting to set up our solar panels on this planetoid also. We don't have as much glass, probably only enough for 2, maybe if I'm lucky 3 solar panels, but it's definitely a better solution than the current setup we have right now. Okay, so they'll plant these. They seem to be growing now without too much of a concern for, oh yeah, I'm gonna get rid of our consumable ore, bleach stone, 8. So priorities we'll temporarily increase Benny's storing priority so that she can store all of the bleach stone. And that should also help with some of these issues that we're having with all this chlorine everywhere. I am very much not interested in having chlorine everywhere, but look at all look at all that chlorine. Okay, so that should help us stop losing some oxygen. Why is this not being dug? What are they doing? There should be 3 dupes on this asteroid. Bubbles is building. Also, my digger is the one I told to store. That's the problem. So you're running around storing things instead of digging the things that I wanted dug. We definitely need more dupes. But I'm gonna reserve the next dupe to be printed on this asteroid. Let's see what we have here. We have a decorator digger. No, thank you. We have a ranch digging tidying. Okay. And we have a tidying cook doctor. Shabby dresser is a -15 decor. I don't really care. Pacifist, I care even less, which is better. You know, you want to care less about the negative effects of the stream. I mean, of the negative effects of the negative traits. And that's what the pacifist would be helpful for. And slow learner, decreased science, shabby dresser. Yeah, but we don't care about his. Grease monkey is a useless, handy, and caregiver. And it is a meep. I'm gonna get meep. I will turn him into... what priorities are we missing on this planetoid? So we have digger, we do not have a builder, but that's not going to be meat. We have a rancher, we have a farmer, we have an operator, we have a researcher, we have a decorator, we have a cook and tidying. What we don't have is someone to do supplies and storage. So let's get meat to do that. Meat will be our supplier for this asteroid. So given that, let's improve your carrying capacity and give you the hat. And also on that note, so we already have all the technologies we need to be able to start the ranching. I do want to set up, no, we already have some automation. Oh, okay, yeah, so let's go in this direction. That'll help us. We need all this ventilation, insulation pipes. Let's get all that researched. Look at that, but cooked fish. Yeah, we got plenty of food on this side of the star map. It's more of like, I guess it's still a solar system, so this side of the solar system. Okay, so yeah, it's actually doing pretty good. That should be more than enough water, I would think, though. So I'm gonna we cancel back to all, but we only deconstruct buildings. Okay, so that should allow us to actually let's get rid of these 2 things. So that should allow us to charge this up with some nice water and start getting rid of that carbon dioxide. Okay, this is doing good. So let's put in some water, enable auto bottling. I'm assuming this will be done pretty quickly, as meat is now around to help with some of that storing issues. Once that's done, oh, they have the power. Why is it not running? Oh, because it didn't have sand. Okay, I think that was more than enough. So let's get rid of the bridge. Let's add that water back in, and I'm pretty sure I heard a brownout. Yep. This really needs more coal. We have coal. I really probably should just tell them to store coal up here. Talking about storage, I'm probably going to want to add a storage over here and over here. We're going to have to tackle this ice biome eventually, and we're going to store all the ice inside of these storage vessels just in case they melt. We don't want it to go boom. We definitely don't want that. That's a pretty big lag. Maybe there's a way. So I was during that quiet moment. I was looking at OBS, and I was trying to see how much time it would take between me saying something and it showing up OBS, and the lag is pretty. It's significant, to say the least. So I don't know. Maybe there's a way to reduce that. Right now, it's not that important. But it's just something to keep in mind, that, you know, if I say something, it takes a little bit before you guys see it, and vice versa. Okay, so yeah, so all this carbon dioxide is going to get siphoned out. This will allow us to, oh yes, okay, so fine. Apparently we also have some bleach stone issues on this asteroid, so let's put the bleach stone on the side here. So I want some coal. And I want, well, I'll take the liquefiable one. I don't think we know about ice, do we? Oh, we do know about ice. Polluted ice, go here. And so otherwise we have ice and snow, go here. And over here we will want, where is it? Consumable ore, bleach stone goes here. Sucrose is an ore, that's interesting. I don't know. We don't really have solid blocks of 1 meter by 1 meter sucrose in the world. So I can't tell you if sucrose should be an ore or not. What happened to, oh my. What happened to all my food? Oh, okay, it's back. Does that still allow manual use? Oh, okay, someone took it out of here, put it in here, and it dumped back in. I was very confused. Oh, but the food's gone again. And it's back. I'm very confused on why that number of food. So we only have 36,000 here. There's no other food here. But Swampy Delights, let's see here. Swampy Delight, where is it stored? What? Why? Oh, what happened? Okay, let's see if we can get people to pick up that Swampy Delight from down there. That's a lot of food that I do not want to go to waste. Oh, so people have been trying, I guess? They take it, they try to go up, they lose their oxygen, and then they drop it. And then it goes back down. I'm trying to save as much of my Swampy Delight as possible. That's not that much Swampy Delight left. Okay, so let's bring you back down to a 6 and remove manual use. There we go. So that should bring us a decent amount of Swampy Delights back in. Yeah, the 58,000 is right here. So the majority of it is now back up to stuff. Oh, that was no fun. Okay, so that's good. You guys are growing without too much crying over here. You're almost healed up, and we still don't have anyone to clean, so you're gonna stay like that forever. Okay, so let's. Where's my cook? Where's Bonnie? Oh, is that? Okay, so I'm gonna change the priorities again and bring you back down to normal storing priorities so you can go back to cooking and digging. because nothing's really moving along right now, and we want to move things along. Oh, we have some skills though. So Lyra, let's give you some strength. And cool. Yeah, so things are still going very well here. Do we have, oh yes, so we have water. Okay, so we've been pumping water in here. Not that much, that's actually the first one. So let's get some of this stuff in place. This should allow us to what happened to the water? It froze. Oh, I forgot. It's so cold here. The water freezes almost instantly. Oh, that's not gonna work. We've just discovered how to make some ice. Well, we're just gonna leave this open for now. I'm not too concerned about losing the hydrogen, especially once we have actual power coming from space. So let's cancel the deconstruction of that. We'll lose it. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, we're going good in that direction. Okay, so let's get things started for my ranches. So let's put them. So let's see here. So we need 18 before the next 2, right? So this is my 18 plus 16. Okay, so we can, if we assume that this is the ceiling and this is the wall, this is by 4, we need it to be 96. So this is where the floor of the ranch will be. Do we want the ranch to be right beside it? Because we can always make the ranch here and have this space for other activities. Yeah, let's do that. So let's put the ranch over here. Either way, we will start the ranch top here, assuming there's a wall here. So this one 4 by 24. Okay, then we'll go down and up. And every 4 we will plop an extra 1. And we'll 4 up here. Okay. So this is all mostly sandstone, so we'll grab myself some sandstone and start making the bottom here. Oh, this is so sandstone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we want 1, 2. We're gonna start with the normal here. So 1, 2 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space, 1, 2. So that should be 16, 18, including the walls. So same thing up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2. That should be the other wall, which will do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, space, space, 1, 2, 3, space, space, 1, 2, 3. Apparently Neptunium. Alright, well, never mind. I forgot. This doesn't actually fit perfectly like this. Either way, this is a good place to start. Yeah, and then on each one of these, we can go all the way to the edge. And this should let us dig out all of this. Can't take that out. And I'll also want to put some airflow tiles. I'll put in some, this is copper, right? So I'll put in some copper airflow tiles to, there, to allow for some, apparently I can't build those, to allow for some air circulation. I like my air circulation. Okay, so they should be able to dig all this out. That would be the basis for my 3 ranches. So one, if you can have 3 ranches this way. 1, space, 2, space, 3, space, and then 2 more blocks to put some incubators on, if you're into that kind of stuff. I'm gonna have to add in some of that, just because like at the moment this is lower than the remote. This will just fill in with carbon dioxide, and that's not, I don't want that. So I need to open this up so that the carbon dioxide that's generated in here will flow down here and eventually get consumed by my skimmer. Apparently this is not a very efficient way of getting rid of carbon. It's going to, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so that's good. I still want this to be a priority, so I'll upgrade this to priority 6. This should let us look at all that hydrogen. Oh, it's just so cold. Yeah, completely forgot about the fact that ice will melt at this, freeze at these temperatures. So you can't really, oh, surface breached. I like the sound effect, it's really nice. Okay. Still, oh, we're getting some bristle blossoms, almost hatching. So we're getting to a point where we're almost ready to, oh, and this is done actually, so let's finish this up. Oh, there's a lot that happened on this. That's one thing I really like about the way that like things are going on in this DLC. A lot of things I can just, oh, that's probably my tofu, rotten tofu. A lot of things can happen without too much interference from me. I can just plan things and then go back to another asteroid and then come back here and like, woo, so much is done. It's actually really nice. I'm gonna try to wire myself a fridge, at least temporarily, so that I can just keep some of this food without it being concerned about losing it. But I don't remember how much a row of bristle blossoms gives for dupe sustainability. But I think I'm ready to take another dupe on this asteroid. So decorator, oh, but these all suck. Joy seed, please. Not like any of those dupes. So they are all gone bye-bye. Real quick. So any edible, let's just put them all in there. Make this a priority of 6. Once the electricity starts to turn in, really, my breachability is that low, but we should have, oh no, this has never been even started. It doesn't really matter anymore. It seems everything is working fine. We do not have someone that really cares about these harvesting, though. So a farmer on this island would be, on this asteroid would be very beneficial. I can't get rid of this light fixture, it's just gonna bug me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything seems to be good for the stream so far. Only lost 360 frames. I can't do much about that right now. I have an electrician coming tomorrow to see if maybe I can get an Ethernet cable wired to this room. Just so that, I can have an actual physical connection, so I don't have to stream over Wi-Fi. First, streaming over Wi-Fi. This isn't that bad. Okay, so we did a little bit more research. Very happy with that. Duplicate summary. You're my priority builder? Yeah, you're my priority builder with some digging as your side job. We will give you digging first, though, so that if I try to build something on a digging tile, my unconstructive dupe, which is the only other dupe on this asteroid, won't just do nothing. Right. Yeah, see, now we won't store again, so food's gonna not do very well. It's not a good asteroid so far. Mainly because we need another dupe. Mainly because we need another dupe. So you get 8 dupes in the air running relatively smoothly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's set up some of those walls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. So let's get rid of these walls here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this should be our first ranch. Once it's all dug up. Oh, there you go. We're getting some power. Okay, so now that we get some power from these things, let's start charging these jumbo batteries. That should help with my jumbo battery charging. I wish there was a way it's like, it's not impossible, I guess. I want the jumbo batteries to only be charged by... Do I have the stronger one? I do. That would require me to get rid of 2 jumbo batteries to stay within the walls. But now, if this thing starts, it will try to, these coal generators will start to try to power these batteries instead of the batteries being used for storage space for these. Yeah, see? So I'm gonna delete. And I'm gonna delete. So I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit. So charging, is that how it works? Can I, how much? Oh yeah, so, okay. So I'm gonna, large transformer. Right here. Get rid of this, and put one down here. Get rid of this, and put one down here. Okay, so that should, and I should probably put one here. So that should allow us to keep these jumbo batteries only for being charged by, okay, so we want this. So these jumbo batteries will only be charged by the solar panels, and we will be able to discharge any output down here. But you shouldn't be discharging anything right now, and you should be charged. You should be being charged by the. What's wrong? Oh, you just haven't been built. So that should be giving you guys some power. And once you get some, yeah, because I must have accidentally deleted that. So now that we're connected, you should be outputting some charge to this line up to 4,000 a pop. So at the moment, we should be staying at max, and you are going up. Okay, so once nighttime falls, we should drain out all these batteries. Oh, this is definitely not going to be enough batteries, though. We might build more batteries in a little bit. And that should allow us to, that should solve quite a bit of our problems right now. Is that liquid carbon dioxide? It was. But yeah, so let's put in an airlock here to help with, like, we're not really losing much anymore, but having an airlock will help even more. Because now, unless we're transmitting this area, we are not losing anything. Not that I'm too concerned about losing anything right now, but, you know, better safe than sorry. See, they look like they're almost fully charged, but they're only 3/4 of the way. That last little bit is like 25% of the charge of these things. But nonetheless, once we have the third one in place for a whole day, we're gonna charge more than 5 batteries worth of power. We'll figure out what we're gonna do. It's just a little bit of wasted free energy, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And chlorine is all the way down here now. We do need more oxygen pressure though. Oh, we have some skills. Our cook can carry better. How is Pauline doing? Anyways. Oh, I forgot grizzly berry. And consume. We do not consume meat or bristleberries. We do cook barbecue and bristleberries. Okay, so that should be, so, oh, they're just never going to want to store anything for me. Oh, and water is very sparse on this one. Even with the carbon dioxide sink I have going on here, even if I get this water here, which I will, there's just so little water. I didn't get the water tank spawn, unless it's like down here. As far as I can tell, I did not get the water tank spawn. So that's not fun. So let's dig over here. And let's dig on this direction too. See what we can do about tapping into this water here. And sending that up. How's my algae doing? Very bad. Good to know. There's so little algae here. We can also tap into some ethanol. We have an ethanol patch here. That should allow us to... Do we have some water dump? No, we do not have a water dump. So if we put in a water bottle emptier here, we can at least mop up some of the water here. I just want someone to clean things on this asteroid. So let's carry. Soon enough we'll have a mechatronics engineer, and that should help a little bit with doing some of the tasks. But my biggest concern is, oh, that's going to be some volcanoes. There's volcanoes on this one. Did the map say there was volcano? No, that's not a volcano. Oh, is that where the sulfur geyser is? It's inside of the magma biome? That's not good. So, I'm guessing then that these ones, if I go back to the star map for this planet, are my carbon dioxide geysers, and my liquid sulfur geyser is here? I'm assuming there's nothing here, right? So wow, you need to dig into the magma biome to be able to get to that liquid sulfur. Like, we have plenty of sulfur to start with, so it's not like we need to get to that immediately. But wow, that's just no fun. Thank you for getting rid of those plants so that I can order that dig and order this build. What? I thought we got rid of the plant. Oh, we did not get rid of that plant. Research complete. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's go back to Zeppelin and see if this print can give us something we want. Supplying rocketry building. That's pretty good. You won't build. No, decrease building. I was gonna say you won't build, but you're a builder. Irritable bowels. Okay. Uncultured. Okay. As long as you're my supplier, that should be okay. Yokel is better, but we don't really need a rancher on this one. Mima it is. Welcome to the club, Mima. Let's see what your schedule is. You will go in here. So Mima, you go down here. And I forgot about meat. Put meat in the wrong schedule. This needs to be separated off by who is on what planet. So we have meat. So now, so who's on this one? We have Mima, Gossman, Bubbles, and Bunny. So we should have one in each section of the schedule. So we have Bubbles, Goosman, Mima, and Meep. So, Bonnie. So Meep should go here. So let's move him now since he can go straight to bed, recover, because he's almost done his day anyways. Hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. And so that should allow us, everyone's equally divided into different sections. So Mima, I need you to care about supplying, a little bit of tidying, and storing. So let's see, so you should be able to help with that, and I will put your skill point into more carrying. Maybe eventually we'll make you a rocket person, but not to start. Oh, we have someone who has another skill right away. Okay, so you're my rancher with a minor in electrical engineering, so let's get you started with that. Don't we have someone that's highest priority is operating? Yeah, but they're probably sleeping, or else they would be doing this. Yeah, so yeah, they were sleeping and now they're taking care of themselves, so this will be coming soon. That is their highest priority after all. So let's put some water in here. That should allow us to centralize the water a little bit better. And I'm so curious. Maybe I should just cancel this, and we can find out what's here. Go, Bubbles, go! Dig! Oh, no more digging. Wow, you really need to run far for some oxygen, don't you? I could fix that just by, building this. Then you just need to run here for oxygen. So, the main concern we have with farming is that we don't really have someone who prioritizes that kind of stuff. So as much as we have food, our people are going to starve, mainly because no one is taking the time to clear the dirt. Well, let's see if Grosera can help. Oh, we are packing on the calories. Let's see here. We don't have our main source in here, so if we allow manual use. Really? No pending delivery? So this is all... Wow, it's all Swampy Delight. I'd like to be able to reduce the amount that we can store here so that I can put Swampy Delight, have someone take care of it. Bubbles would be nice. If you could come here and be like, yeah, I'll give them some swampy delights. Oh, there we go. Bubbles decide that it's okay to give them some swampy delights. As soon as Bubble puts it in, I will disallow manual use. Was that not Bubbles? I'm not sure what I thought happened. No, we got some raw scrub fruit, but we never did get allow manual use. Oh, so Bubbles did. Oh, I know Bubbles did. Okay, so how about I do this? Everyone's allowed out. We can't allow Nicola in, and we make this a priority 0. So that means Nails will grab some. All, apparently. Oh, and go around. Where is he? What happened there? What the heck? What's going on? I'm still very confused on why they are behaving this way. It's like they don't understand how this is supposed to work. So now we have allow manual use. Let's get this. Let's get everything back into the circle. We have 90,000 calories worth of food, just not in the location where we would expect them to be. Let's put you at priority, back down to priority 7. And you. Why is no one carrying? So priorities. Bubble is our builder. She is also the highest farmer, so let's get some farming in place, Bubbles. Hopefully that can help with our oxygen situation. I mean, our food. Unreachable food. Meat. Why does meat have unreachable food status? Oh, what happened to all the food? No. We just sent away all our food. Make some meat. Let's make a bunch of meat. Okay, so and yeah, we want this one here. Apparently, oops, we just lost all our food on this asteroid. The other asteroid probably has plenty of food now. So Bubbles, let's get you some strength, and Nails, let's get you some ranching. Do you even have ranching as one of your priorities, Nails? Farming and but you can do ranching. It's just not a priority. So let's get you some ranching. Okay, so hopefully we can. Is it because like? Let's go to food. So we want to put a critter drop off, a critter feeder, and station for critters. So that should allow us to, yeah, no, food is down to 0. Our buckets are not even close to, but now at least these guys are plenty of foods. So much food, I don't think they'll all fit inside of here. Nor are they even trying, really. Okay, well, let's send it back. We have some bristleberries, so this is all bristleberried up. So let's hurry up, guys. I know, you guys are all starving. Well, is there, oh, I guess we can always say, hey, you know what we can do? These is 800, so this is a little less, so if we make 15 of these, it's going to suck. But, it should make sure we don't starve to death. Which is always a nice thing, I would opinion that not starving to death is, you know, on the positive side of things. Okay, so yeah, I see there's no more. There's a bunch of chlorine. Chlorine still goes up pretty high. So you see, we still have the polluted oxygen goes down much lower, but still, if we want to go down here, which we do for coal. Have we even been using any coal? I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention, but yeah. See, look at that. Vacuum on the one side, plenty of stuff on the air side. So that worked out just fine. Oh, we got some. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's where I was putting my funeral for Otto. Well, we'll see what happens if you dig out. Maybe he'll just stay there and be tastefully part of some critters. So Sweetle and appropriate larva. And priorities. So I want this, up to 8 auto wrangle surplus, and we want these ones up here to be open by default. So only one, and only one, and you can feed them Sweetle some sulfur. So that should allow us to actually, so that's, okay, so this one should be 8, this one's 6. And then we can ranch for our, yeah, we can capture for 7, which should allow us, there we go, that should be good. This allows us some freedom to ranch. So they'll ranch one, put it in, and ranch another one. They'll ranch it because that's the highest priority, it's 7. And then they'll be like, well, okay, now I need to put it in here because that's the highest priority now. So that, because that's level 8, and then they'll go get the next one. Because if you put this at 7, put this at 7, they'll just keep ranching over and over again, and some of them will go free because they'll never actually try to put anyone down. So we want them to put people down. And having the correct priority allows you to ensure that we do have someone whose highest priority is ranching, right? Ranching, yes. So Camille, where are you? What are you doing? There you are. What's your priorities? Relocate critter. Yeah, see? So she's relocating critter and then wrangling, and then relocating, then wrangling. And eventually she will give them some food. And we can tame them and have bunch of sugar, which we can then use for our rockets. And I'm assuming there'll be food related sugar. I'll figure that out when it comes to that. So you are. What are you supposed to be? You're carrying, I guess? Schedule. Priority. Do we have two of them? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, so you're my tidying / building, so you don't necessarily need to run fast, but I would like to increase your strength at the very least. So, okay, so that's good. And now we are starting to have some farming going on. Our food status is okay. I wouldn't say good. We might survive until the bog buckets are done. Or we'll need to do some more. Oh, look at that. There's some fresh food. Yum. Okay, so that should be pretty stable for now, and we have lots of food on this side. So yeah, see, now we're getting some fresh food on that side too. Oh, look at that, so much food on this side. Okay, so we're pretty stable now. We should also have someone who's Mima. Well, I guess Mima's just busy. You guys should be very high priority though. So would that help convince Mima? No, it does not. And let's kill off that thing. Okay, so we have a pretty decent space now. Let's try to resolve some power, I guess would be next. For yikes, water. Oh, and water's still a concern. But power would be like it's pretty easy to set up for short term. We just need to access this and find a proper way to drop all of the. Actually, now we're in a better position. We can actually look into setting up a water storage location, because like we have all this water on this side, and we definitely want to tap into my cool slush geyser and cool salt slush geyser. So I'm thinking we start to destroy this biome and see where that brings us. So let's see what you have to offer me this time. A tidying doctor, an actual tidying doctor. That starts at super digging, germ resistant, and anemic. I do not want an anemic dupe. Supplying, ranching, unpracticed artist, that's pretty good. Ranching, supplying, cooking, 3 negatives, so unempathetic, can't dig, not can't dig, bad digger, but bottomless stomach makes it a no-go. So, Travaldo, you're basically my only potential choice here. You would be supplying or a rancher. Do I need either of those on? So do I need a rancher? Kinda. Yeah, I could use someone whose highest priority is ranching. And I can make you a storing second priority, or tidying second priority, to get you away from. Yeah, so let's do that. That should probably max out our current food capacity for this. So let's get Cavaldo. And priorities will be tidying as second and ranching as first, which will allow me to bring you down to bring storing up, and yeah. Okay, that should work. So you should straight up try to mop things and clean things. So we actually have someone who highest priority right now is to mop and clean and do those type of activities that no one else seems to want to do beforehand. Okay, so next would be, let's get some power in here. So how many solar panels can I build? 2. I can build 2 solar panels. I can build 2 solar panels anywhere I want. Where is the coldest area in this asteroid? The whole thing. The whole thing is cold. Okay. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that might actually be a problem. These bristle blossoms can only go so cold, 5 degrees. That's... We'll need to consider... Yeah, it should be fine. This seems to be mostly within that temperature range. No, it's mostly -5, not 5. So that's gonna be a problem. But yeah, so we don't really care where we're gonna go for this. Let's just go straight up, build them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's... This would be granite. So let's make something out of granite. Do I have enough? So let's assume that I can do this. Yeah, that should be good. That should be a good place to put my solar panels. Can I even fit both? Look at that. Perfect. Let's get myself a door here. Let's get rid of all this. Okay, so that should be a good way to get started on power. And next, I guess we can 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we won't do anything there with and power. At the very least, we'll want to have. We'll start with just a jumbo battery. 1, 2. A collection of jumbo batteries. But we don't really have the ore capacity to be able to. There's just not that much ore here. So we can't really. We don't really have the ore capacity to. Oh, we have some idle dupes. To be able to run some heavy watt wire all over the place like we did here. This is expensive stuff. Unless we send over some ore to help them out. I feel like we might have to. Okay, so for this asteroid though, we're in a pretty good spot. We don't need coal anymore. These have been more than plentiful. We are starting to tame our weasel, our Sweetles, their willingness should be going down. That means they should be able to be giving us sucrose, which can then be used to, oh wow, it's real, you need to get real hot to melt that. I didn't, wow. And then that can be used to make myself my rocket. So for a rocket though, I will need to start so rockets. I need to, you're 4? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should be good. Take this rock, do that. So that should allow us to, you need power, so we'll just let you drain the power straight out of the solar panels. And next would be to start with the digging. So it's 18, 20, and then, right, so 20, no, it's 18. It's 16 inside, 18 outside. So this is the one that we want. This is the one that's going to go up. So in every 4, I like my squares. Every 4. Okay, and so then we need to do the same thing again. 18. So this one and this one, where this one goes up. So we can get started. We don't necessarily need those. Okay, so, and that should allow us to go, we just go 4 down, skip 1, go all the way down to over here. Oh, look, we can actually see through here now. How long have we been able to see through here? Nothing here is special, though. But we do have some proper plants. I don't know how that happened. And let's start digging. So let's get some digging in here. So that should allow us to at least start getting some progress to destroying this biome, and then we'll just keep doing the same thing all the way down until we get to the bottom of this biome, which I'm assuming it'll be here because that's when the floor biome starts. Oh, is that another volcano? It is. Lots of volcanoes down here. There's 2. Well, 2's more than 1, so you know, it counts for something. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this right here. I'm gonna slow down the dupe speed. I'm pretty sure everything is in a good location. Like we have plenty of food now, and we have lots of food on this side. I think we're all in a pretty good location. Let's see what that skill is. That's more carrying capacity. And I guess I just never gave you your first skill. You can't go wrong with some more carrying capacity. So we'll let it run for a little bit. I'm gonna be right back. Thank you all for watching, and I should be gone for like 5 minutes. Hey, I'm back. That was a much longer break than I had anticipated. But we should be able to. There we go. Good, so let's turn back on the camera and let's get this back started. Sorry about that. Let's see, anything bad happened while I was gone? I guess not. I'm still at the same amount of dupes. Oh, was it paused? Or, yeah, it's just very slow. Okay. So, oh, we have an idle dupe. Bonnie can't do anything. Our digger cooker store? There's even nothing to store. Oh, that's interesting. Nothing to do. So let's start cleaning up a little bit. We don't actually need water everywhere. Oh, actually that's pretty good. The solar panels are in place. That is surprising, to be completely honest. I was not expecting the solar panels to be in place so quickly. Okay. Let's get some of that water in place. Really? That's where Mima's sleeping? Okay. So, we need to... Oh, I do not think I have enough power. One moment. I brought myself a pop, so sorry about the noise. It's delicious. Okay. So, no, let's include water too, since over there. Okay, so we need to find more ore. It's not that much, or maybe I can send over some ore. There's just not that much ore anywhere. There's some lead, which will be very nice, but it's still very warm. So, not necessarily. Oh, do we know what it is then? Oh, that is a liquid sulfur. 165 degrees. So, what is this? That's also a liquid sulfur, I guess? They wouldn't put the carbon dioxide one there, would they? And this is probably carbon dioxide then. Okay, I was not expecting that one to be the liquid sulfur. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's still a little too hot. But if I go here, let's try to seal this off. That's a lot of... Oh, well, it's not actually... Okay. This is a higher priority. Apparently, I forgot that I told them to dig out those ladders, and now we're losing oxygen again. So, power, heavy wire. Oh yeah, see, that's like half of my heavy wire already. One moment, my cat is making some noise. There you go. I thought some heavy wire. And then we go to a heavy wire connector. Make it out of copper. We're gonna need more. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need more metals. So let's get rid of edibles. We need some ore, metal ore. Which one do we want to give out? Let's give out some copper. Okay, so Lyra should be getting some ore for us. 1 ton of ore. Because that's all I can send over in one shot. So let's see if that helps. So that'll give us 1 ton of copper ore, which isn't ideal. So if I go back here, how was this set up again? These things are second row. Okay. So if we go here, there we go. Some iron. Okay, so at least we have that. This would allow us to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do want more ore though. Oh, there's some iron here. So if I can dig this out, go a little deeper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, dig. 2, 3, 4, dig. 1, 2, 3, 4, dig. That should give us some iron ore right there. Some sulfur. We'll also take in some of this iron ore here. That should help a little bit with my iron ore situation. Ooh, oxygen though is not looking very good. So let's food. I have lots of food now though. Ranching, research, ranching, decorator, food. So Devin, let's give you some strength. Yeah, I know. Local colony lacks field researcher. Because, okay, so we plug that up. Now we should be good. We do need to find pretty much all our sources of algae and dig them up. So let's get started on that. You are some algae that I want dug. You are some algae that I want dug. So let's dig you up. You are some algae that I want dug. And you are some algae that I want dug. Okay, so that should give us a little bit more oxygen. We have plenty of algae here too. So let's sing it with me. You are some algae that I want dug. We'll probably want to put a carbon skimmer down here and start. But we do have some oxygen here, so it's not like it's that far of a work. They work down here, they come up here, they breathe, they work down here. So I'm not asking them for the world here or anything. Just a little bit of time. Well, just a little bit of their, okay, let's not dig this one out. We do not want to let all this water loose. Oh, we're already so low on water. Okay, so okay, let's get that in place. So we're doing much better on dupes. We have some research. Oh, how is the ice biome doing, by the way? Oh, it's pretty. Look at that. Plenty of cold oxygen. So we can't keep going straight down here. And that sucks because that would be like our primary way to go down right now. So, poop. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here is going to be our next level. Right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here is going to be our next level. So 1, 2, 3, 4. start digging some of this stuff. Some of this out then. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks good. That should allow us to yeah, that should be good. Yeah, let's keep going down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. One, two, three, four. Okay, so we'll stop there for now. That's gonna let us have a pretty easy time, and we'll also expand this open. Now that we don't have to worry about, oh, there's a lot of ice up here though. And snow apparently. How did, oh. Well. I guess it got through? Oh, so I have been, oh look at that, good job. Apparently we've been doing some space exploration without my knowledge. I approve. I don't want to micromanage these dupes, even that's what the name of the game is essentially. Okay, so let's increase the priority here. So we also want to start this and wrong way. So we want to get this large power transformer, go this way. One last time. We want to take the large power transformer, go over here. There we go. We want to take some of this. Here, we want to put some heavy wire, go down. And then we want to take some normal transformers. We'll start with 2. 1, 2. We'll run them through here. We'll also start, well, we can't fit. So let's make that 4 with 2 space for a smart battery. How much coal can we fit here? 1. Okay, so let's start with that. That should allow us to remove the need for this generator. Okay, so that should bring us into a good position. We should be able to start sucking up the power. Why is, like, these errands are not getting done for some reason? They prefer to do that. Oh, something not happy. Oh. I don't... Is there a way to turn breathability muted in the see all panel? So, average power, battery, breathability. Let's get rid of breathability as a... Click to mute. So, okay. So, view visible on alert only. Always visible. Never visible. So, idleness. Yes, yes. Jinx, go down. Idleness. We want to add visibility. So, is there anything I kind of wanted to see work done. Okay, so I just don't like the notification. I want to see it without being notified. Why is max stress in here? Max idleness. Oh, really? It's per. That's interesting. Okay, so let's focus on getting some of that power set up. But then we can look into maybe tackling some more of the water issues that we're gonna have in a little bit. I'm still thinking that we tame these geysers on this planet. Oh, talking about geysers, we have access to this one, so it's dormant, so that's perfect. So analyze level 8. That should out compete my telescope. That should be good enough. Oh, let's add in some fuel. There we go. So let's get rid of some of this water so she doesn't get too chilly in this very cold area. And we should be able to calculate the average water we get from the cool salt slush geyser. Yes? It gives us brine. Brine can be transformed into water using a desalinator. So take salt water or brine, and in effect you get water. It will be a combined temperature of the input materials. It will be at least 40 C or hotter if the material is hot. It will be the combined temperature of the materials, or it will be at least 40 C. I'm assuming the second set of combinations is for brine, which is what we will have, which is a lot less water. So like that brine is actually, like if I get 5 kilo per second, I'm actually getting 3.5 kilos per second, which is not ideal at all. So this brine is not very good for when it comes to actually turning into water, but can it be used for anything else? I don't think so. I don't think you can use brine for anything other than water, really. Did I ever actually set up any rules for frost blends? I did, okay. Okay, that's, I didn't need all that much. It's there just in case now. Okay, so we'll clean this up. Oh, there's some ice right here. Some snow, sorry. I probably fell down and, you know, as sand does. Okay, and what about on this one? Okay, we have a printable. We have plenty of power. We don't. Oh, so okay, so everything seems to be connected. So if we go like this, and here, and buildings, and make that a 9, we should be fully solar powered now. Look at that, fully solar powered. Okay, so we can, oh, so look at that, we also have plenty of iron now too, which is nice. Do we have any, we have, oh, that's close, but enough. So 40, so let's start with these and make these second. This should allow us to have a backup coal in the case where we need coal. Okay, so let's see what sprintable looks like. Oh, that's interesting. It brings you back and forth. That's a pain. Okay, so we can get some aluminum. We could get Ruby, Ada, or Joshua. Joshua has aesthetic design, useless. A lot of benefits. Useless benefits. A lot of benefits. So supply, rocketry, ranching, decorator, cooking, building, digging, ranching, early birds, yokel. Ada actually sounds pretty good. So we would need building. So she would either be a builder, digger on this planet. Is that really something I really want right now, though? Like, I have my supplier. I do not have a main priority digger. I do have a main priority builder, but I don't have a main priority digger. And eventually we could send her off. Like, she would make a better candidate for being sent off. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. So choose duplicate. Your early bird. So let's put you for your schedule. So you are allowed to do ranching, just not high priority. You will be a primary digger, followed up by a builder, and your schedule will be early morning. So that can go here, and you should be able to get a skill point right off the bat. You will be a digger, so hard digging. Click it. There we go. Hard digging. Mima. What's Mima's skill again? I don't like how everyone there is wearing the same hats. So Mima is supposed to be supplying. Well, okay. Mima has the right hat. There you go. Good job, Mima. I still don't like that it's, oh, my bit right. I'm very much looking forward to getting some work done on the house so that we can improve the bitrate issue that I'm having right now, streaming this over Wi-Fi. It's visible. I'm guessing it's more or less performing well, but I do have dips every now and then to less than preferable frame rates and bit rates. We need to fix that. So there you go. So as I said, we have some power from coal in case where something goes wrong. And we're in a pretty good situation. Like, it could be better, it could be worse, it could be better. I still find it very surprising that this magma biome is where you'd find a 1, 2, 3, 4 tile geyser. So it's some kind of liquid geyser. And that's just not where I was expecting to see that. Okay, so what would we do next on this? We're pretty stable, I guess. Oh, we have some skills over here. Yeah, so we want to get you into mechatronics engineering soon. Food's going up here, great. Nothing to necessarily be too concerned about. Coal isn't really going down. So we're done analyzing this. It'll be next active in 27 cycles, so not anytime soon. With these numbers, I'll calculate this off stream and figure out what the average kilogram per cycle is with all of this data. And then we can multiply that by like 60% to get the number of actual water. Yes, it's cold. And from there we can oh, really? Are we done? Do we get to do another level, or do we just not allowed by schedule? Maybe there's yeah, we should be. I really doubt they would just screw me over like that and I can't actually go to a third planet. So I think, yeah, we should be fine to go to the third planet from here. We will find out though. Once Yara's just because she's eating and stuff. Okay, so we are in a good place here. We could always be better, but we need to start considering the future. The main thing from this asteroid is taming this liquid sulfur geyser and taming this oil. Also, it could be a place for us to ditch all our carbon dioxide to slicksters or move slicksters around. But how far down? Oh, but this, what is even in? Wow, so maybe the magma biome is not covered a full southern end, and we, that'll be interesting. I'm very curious on how that actually looks. Okay. I really don't know what would be appropriate. I say we demolish this piece of equipment here. We disable. We destroy. And we... Where is the mark for this one? So 18. Put this one. And we want this side to be the ladder that goes up and down. So let's put that in here. Let's clean up a lot of this. One more layer. Guessing it will be this layer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it here. We'll cancel this one. Put the ladder and go all the way here. So this should help us with keeping everyone here busy. There's no, oh, there's very little liquids. The liquid will go down here, and that'll let us. Yeah, so that should be a good place to get started. We can destroy this area and put some. I probably want to put our water reservoir here, like what we have on the other asteroid. And we can pump in some water from down here onto the planet, and that's where we're gonna. There's just no sustainable water here, other than like getting rid of some ethanol for some polluted water. That's really the only way. But if we put the top water bucket. Oh, this will be in the way for a second water bucket. Is this long enough for a full water bucket, or 18? It is. Yeah, that's a full water bucket. So let's dig all the way to the edge here. Ceiling collapsed. And drop up those stuff. Sometimes. Not actually too surprised. There, now you can get out. But hey, this is some really good copper now. Now we're gonna probably get a bunch of copper out of this. There we go. That's good. That's very good. I also want to deconstruct these background buildings. We'll just get rid of everything here. Get rid of wires. Well, everything goes bye-bye and to be replaced by my better versions of everything. We all know my versions of everything are better. So for consistency's sake, I guess I could put the second water bucket here. So was I right? Was there an extra? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're gonna start over here. We're gonna go around. There should be another asteroid inside of that range for us to start exploring. Oh, and there's a spore child. So this is some bad carbon dioxide. No? The zombie germs are inside of the crude oil. They are dying because they're overpopulated. But they are not inside of the breathable part. Whoa. Well, either way, we want to delete all those spore childs, but or at least we don't have to delete all the carbon dioxide. There won't be much carbon dioxide when we eventually get it. That'll probably be a vacuum. Just because, like, same reason why this is a vacuum. The slickster will just eat it all, turn it into crude oil. So by the time we get down here, this will just be a void. It's not that big a deal. It's like, part of me also wants to maybe start taming hatches, but my main concern with hatches is that, like, we don't need coal. So what would we need hatches for? Food, I guess, would be the only other thing, but it's not that important. Let's give you some plumbing. Okay, so let's do this then. Do we have that automation? We do have weight plates. So let's put one here and then replace this with some weight plates. This is still a vacuum, right? So this should remain a vacuum once I do this. So automation, weight plate. Really? It just doesn't want to let me just build over it? Oh, so this is risky. So I'll delete that and then put the weight plate. I really hope that doesn't screw me over. Oh, we're almost full here. This is outside world, not allowed by schedule. Unreachable. So you can't even do that unless I start from down here, which I can't really do. Okay, well, it doesn't really look like I'm going to be able to replace this with a weight plate without destroying everything I have here. Yeah, that's not fun. Oh yeah, talking about things I have. I should be making things into lime just by default. just give them... Ooh, new planetoid. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Oversea planetoid. I don't even have access to the... Oh, you can even hear the noise. I wonder if they'll fix that. But this is, for those of you who don't know, this is the starting biome. This is the second. So this is Grossera, and this is Zapolin. The third planet you find, Shrubora, is actually like it's all one big map. You just don't see or can't interact with the stuff outside of your current silo. So you can see all my commands, and that's going to probably be fixed eventually. And you'll see if you go here, it'll match up with the commands I have going on right now on this asteroid. Oh, that's not good. I don't like the fact that there's this giant hole here. It'll make it a little harder to contain. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three. One, two, three, four. And we'll see how this goes, but there's nothing special. Is this supposed to be a point of interest? Because there's this is kind of pretty looking. There's some water. There's some algae. There was some of the good fruit. And there's a bliss burst. So, it's pretty. So I'm wondering if, this was, a point of interest generation type of thing. So you don't really see water anywhere else. You don't really see that kind of item anywhere else on the map. So let's give yourself. You're supposed to be a construction dupe anyway. So let's actually. And Cavaldo is supposed to be ranching. You are actually supposed to be ranching. Ah, my bad. Okay. I'm sure there was a reason. I'm not really interested in an extra dupe right now. Unless they're wonderful. Which none of these are. So, algae. Which I don't want on this asteroid. I want algae on the one that actually uses algae to do things. So, give me my algae. Because algae is the only source of oxygen on this asteroid. And in general, that's not a good thing. Okay, that's... I forgot to... Really? I told them... I didn't tell them to destroy all that? Okay, so... Still have plenty of food. What's meat priorities? Where's my meat? Meat is actually a supplier, so meat should have. What's the coal? I feel like I'm doing it wrong. So yeah, you are a tidier. So why are you not wearing? There we go. That's probably better. I feel like I was having too many cleaning hats. Supplying hats and not enough other hats. makes much more sense. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good position. It could be worse, it could be better. You know, nothing wrong when it could be worse, but it could be better, right? For you guys, I just want to dig you out. So let's clean up some of this. Okay, so now we've cleaned you out. So let's. Where are you gonna end up in? Okay, let's try that. So we should be able to now figure out what. Maybe they compensate because it's like 6.3 kilograms per second. And this one is 4.3 kilograms per second. So maybe it compensates. It knows Brian is less favorable to the player. So they try to compensate by giving you more of it, so you end up with the same amount of actual usable water at the end of the day. That's definitely something I could see them doing, and make it's a good balance decision, that's for sure. Our cook should actually have the correct cooking hat. So let's get her the correct cooking hat. And we want that there and that there. Use so much of my cobalt to make these poles. So, how many people do I have? I have only 4. Probably because I don't have an incubator going. Oh, that's the problem with you. So let's see what we can do here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do a full set here of doors. 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably and let's add the doors. So yeah, we can bid this out. Get rid of these undiggable digs. Okay, so once that's all done, we will be able to have, maybe we can make that into an extra ranch. So 3, maybe 4 ranches to be able to. We could start doing some hatches here, maybe, and here too. We'll have to see it. We'll have to see. I'm still not convinced on getting myself some hatches. It just doesn't, it's just not very important to me, I guess. Like, no, let's keep that there. Hatches are for coal, which coal is for power, and we are good on power for now. I don't really have any plans to expand our power usage anytime soon. Really, our main concern here is the water. So if we make ourselves 1-2 water buckets, we could consider digging things down. The main concern with digging down though is keeping things separated so I don't have to waste power. Power that I have a lot of, an almost indefinite amount of. So it's not that big of a deal if I don't like use all of the power. So yeah, that is true. Oh, really? No, that's 14. So it's not the biggest of deals if I don't use all the power. So I could just go on a strip mining expedition here. I would need to make sure I keep at least the water here separate so let's start with some of that. But otherwise, we can start with okay, aiming this rock seems like a bad idea for the rock. So that should help us get clear. So yeah, so let's dig up a bit. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Let's do some digging. Should get me some more algae so I'll stave off our inevitable oxygen death. Compress our water, start digging, start pooling everything together. We'll use some of our very excessive amount of solar energy that we have right now and use that to try to sieve off all this water. This should help us with our next plan. So our next plan here would be to make 2 water buckets and start transferring over some water from the other asteroid, or try to figure out a way to make oxygen. We have lots of rust. We might have to actually. I never used this before, but we can use the rust deoxidizer. It takes rust, salt, and power. Is there any salt on this map? There's 23 tons of it. So yes, there is salt on this map. So we can use rust, salt, and some power to make oxygen that is hot. Some chlorine. which is a third, chlorine, some iron ore, and some heat. So this might not be the worst idea once we run out of algae. So we have lots of rust, we have lots of salt, and this should be able to tide us over a little bit until we have an oxalate, what's it called again? An electrolyzer to produce the oxygen for us cleanly, self-poweredly, without too much of a concern about the temperature. We can handle that. This is a very cold starting area though, so the temperature isn't the biggest of like hot oxygen. It's better than no oxygen. So let's increase the priority of this chunk. This is definitely the chunk I want to build first, because I want to build a second wall here, move all the water here so I can dig this down. Let's get the water moved. There we go. Okay, so now let's do the thing here. Let's see. Currently has no working toilet. What? Oh, poop. That's not good. That's not good at all. No good. No good. No bueno. Does this have a disable thing? Let's disable this building, guys. Quickly. Let's disable this building. Okay, so that we should still be using water. We're just not going to be using it from here, which should allow us to use the water here. Hopefully before anyone starts peeing all over the place. Okay, so that should move some of this along. There we go. Now we have a working lavatory. We have a second working lavatory. Making sure that people can't exit that way. There you go. So now that should help us. Oof, that was a quick solution. So we'll just keep those disabled for now until we can clear out a little bit of space here. So let's do skills first, and then we'll go look at that print. We'll give you the real plumber's hat. And what's the printing? No, print, sorry. Single skill dupes, not interested. But research on the other hand, we should maybe start considering what else we need, because we're going to start sending rockets soon. So we have our oxidizer tank, our cargo. Do we have the sugar engine? Where is the sugar engine? I don't see sugar engines anywhere. Liquid cargo tanks, liquid rocket port. So that's if we want to transport some liquids. Oh, we need this for the rocket platform. And the trailblazer. Let's start with this. Payload opener. What is this? This is new, I think. Unpacks interplanetary payload delivered by duplicants. Automatically separates solid, liquids, and gas material and distributes them to the appropriate systems. Is this new? Orbital cargo module. Delivers cargo to the surface of a planetoid that do not yet have a rocket platform. So it's like being able to drop resources on an asteroid without needing to actually fall onto said asteroid using one of the more like traditional like gas cargo canister. Allows duplicate to store some of the gas resources found during space missions. Oh, what? This is harvesting. Stored resources become available to the colony upon rocket's return. I haven't heard much about this yet. Is this just not functional? Yeah, I haven't heard much about this. But I'm assuming it allows the applicant to store some liquids resources found during space missions. To where? I don't know exactly what they're talking about there. I assume that was to transport liquids. Allows liquids to be loaded and unloaded from the storage of a linked rocket. This is what I thought it was. Automatically links when built to the side of a rocket platform or another rocket port. Uses the liquid filter set on the linked rocket platform. So I'm guessing that is used in combination with cargo mode. No, payload opener. Oh, this can give anyone some headaches. Okay, so let's keep going. So that crisis is averted. How are we doing for digging? We're doing good. And this is actually done, so it reduces priority 5. We're not looking like crazy people. Wow, you are also very much dormant. So let's mop this up here so that we can dig this out. How's the temperature looking around here? Looks good. That looks great. So we'll mop this up and then we can dig straight across. Without having to worry about making a mess. Looking good. That's interesting. Okay. So yeah, I guess rockets or we can make some oxygen. We can also transfer over some of this water here. How are we doing on the mud? Oh, we are very low on mud. And polluted mud. We're almost out of water then is what's telling me. Unless we start sieving the water. Without sieving more water, we are almost out of water. Oh, lots of people have skills now. So you're ranching with engineering, so we'll give you some carrying. Your bubbles, give you some plumbing, allow you to ranch. Well, you like constructing, so I'll give you that. What's damage? Ice. What? Cold. Is the mud like frozen? And therefore the water is coming out frozen? What are you holding? Yeah, so the mud is -3 degrees. So the water that's coming out is -3 degrees and breaking the pipe. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't really consider that. Well, I guess the rest of the mud will just cause issues. Well, we'll get over it. Okay, so let's seal this up. But I need to get rid of everything in here to fill this up. Brine, no storage available. So we should be able to make a 2-wall thick. What? Oh, it's something melted. Some brine, I guess. Oh, that's inconvenient. You can't melt. If your brine is melting, then we can't get rid of this part because it's what's catching the brine. I don't want it to start mixing up inside of our polluted oxygen. So let's just give this a little bit. Also, we already have the rocket platforms. Rocket control station. So let's start rocketing some stuff. We're not done with the star map yet. Well, oxygen. Let's get rid of all this. Is that ethanol? It's such a weird looking color. Okay, so let's mop up some of this stuff. That was not me, I guess. I don't think I would have made that. Yeah, so we centralized the water a little bit better, allowing us to make more tofu. Yeah, this really looks like we're just not gonna see any magma biome down here. We're gonna go something like woo, and maybe like it comes back here, but it doesn't. It definitely doesn't go. In that direction. Trapped duplicates. Where? Oh. That's not good. Oh, maybe. Oh, I need that. Oh. We'll work on it, but we have lots of doors now. Let's open all the doors. Yeah, but you're gonna tough it. I don't really feel like moving you. A lot of automations I can do for here. Maybe tomorrow. We're almost done for tonight, so I want to focus on what we've already started with the whole slush geysers. If we forget about them in 19 cycles, they'll rain all over us with very cold brine, and I'd rather be ready for that than the opposite of not being ready for that. So let's get this. Let's let them focus on that. Really, right now it's just passive. We're pretty passive right now. See if anyone built a rocket. No one's even come out here. It's all very low priority. There's just too much queued up for them to take a look at. How much sucrose do I have? Maybe I should add sucrose to my list of things I'm watching. Sucrose. And what are they eating? Sulfur. Oh, actually. What? Why is that? Oh, because it's totally missing. That's not as much sulfur as I thought I had in sucrose. More sucrose or less sucrose than I thought I had? Well, once we build that, we'll see how much 7.1 tons of sucrose allows us to push and launches and stuff. The thing I like about sucrose as the engine is that you can easily store it inside of a storage container, and that would allow us to bring our fuel with us for return trips and such. Running very low on algae, and we're digging more, so we're making more space for the same amount of oxygen. So, if you double the space but you don't double the oxygen, your pressure goes down. And that's probably what the breathability is complaining about, the pressure being too low. Yes, pump those muscles of yours and get me that water so I can dump it in here. Ethanol. Apparently, ethanol is new, but only because it's in bottled form. Yeah, it's definitely not new to us. So, care package, Paku, an operator, doctor. I already have an operator. Digging, suit wearing, decorator, dress to impress. Oh, duress to impress. More than 60% stress. Getting, you'd have to have a very specialized setting. But we do miss you, Otto. You'd have to have a very specialized setting to take advantage of this. they have to be stressed above 60% to get this, but 7 bonus in all attributes. That's a lot of bonuses. So you can. Oh, but he's a mouth breather. Never mind. Completely just forget everything I said. So if I were to. So let's go back to this one. If we get them, they'll just drop right down there. So choose a blueprint, Paku. Let's get that. And they'll just jump all the way down. We'll be good to go. Let's see. Next, we will probably we'll want the rover module. So let's just go down that path. Devin, some plumbing. You're a digger, so let's actually give you more digging. Soon, you will get your food soon. Talking to the cat. Not to, the game. They get their food. They have plenty of food. They get them when they're hungry. There we go. She knows it's near her eating time, so she's getting a little, feed me. Not that I've ever done that or anything. One ton of algae left. What are we at right now? Oh, so we have gotten more water. That's probably from all the mopping. That's almost 800 kilos of water right there. So all the mopping we've been doing, picking up the water. That should allow us to finish building that. Okay, so let's add these. Oh, no. That's not where you belong. Oh, I guess it doesn't need a floor. Seems to be perfectly happy living on top of some stairs. So let's get rid of this trunk here next. Mainly because I want to remove this pool of carbon dioxide and just send that all down here. The algae is calling me. That algae will fall down here then. There. So this should give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half a ton of algae-ish to keep us breathing for a little bit longer. It's not like we don't have a lot of oxygen for them to breathe from in general. So it's not like it'll go and suffocate right away. But I am procrastinating getting myself some oxygen here. Dupes are busy. I'll give them that. They are not lazying around. And what about the 8 on this one? We still don't have any progress. Okay. I guess we're still mainly focused on excavating. Let's get this one in place. So for this one, sweep only all. Should allow us to rover module. Good. So we'll be able to send a rover to that extra planet once we finally get there. What's wrong on, still just complaining about oxygen, are we? There. Don't worry, we'll have an extra chunk of algae on our way. And do we have any algae on this one? No, we have no algae on this planet. Or, it's not planet, sorry. On this asteroid. No algae on this asteroid. Yeah. Not a big deal. I don't like how it keeps complaining about breathability. It's very distracting. Okay. So, the main complaint is that we have no place to store brine. Okay. So let's give them a place to store that brine. So we'll go plumbing, liquid pump. We'll put it over here. And we'll make a good power cable. Can we just like simply not get here? Let's fix that then. Okay, and let's sweep only any liquid. That should be able to get us rid of this brine here. There we go. And now he just drops it down. There's no need for him to actually put it down somewhere. Okay, so next would be to utilities. Let's add some temperature plate that cannot touch the outside, and some sandstone that can touch the outside. There we go. Main reason for this is I think it's pretty. I like structures which I consider final, that will never be changed or touched again, to have a full back to it. I like to use temp shift plates for the interior portions and drywall for the exterior portion, unless there's an actual reason to use certain plates in certain locations. Like if you don't want too many temp shift plates because it's temperature sensitive, then we can just use drywall in more locations. But if it's not temperature sensitive, which most things are not, then I can just make it look pretty. And we don't have mods, so I can't add anything to it right now for prettiness sake. So for now, this is the best I can do. I think I can close this off, and then we can get everywhere we need to go just from the bottom. One or more duplicate is idle. Okay, so that means we got the extra 600 kilograms of algae. You know, you say that, it sounds like it's a lot. It is a lot. It's not a lot in the game. But in real life, that'd be a lot of algae. Okay, so I guess a rust deoxidizer? Oh no. Okay, so let's start getting rid of some of this carbon dioxide. And so here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. We'll start with that. Put 1, 2, 3. Oxygen. We need a carbon skimmer. And we'll need a refiner. We'll need some plumbing. Doesn't this look familiar? And we'll need some power. So this one's already pretty taxed for power, that is. So let's add a little bit to it. If I add this one and take out these two power sources, that should be enough to be able to allow me to add these two to that line without too much of a problem. We can actually just add it right away, and then I'll just take those off when the time comes. That does not solve one of my idleness issue because they cannot build. It can up though. It just cannot build. Okay. Yeah, and that's going to be the next thing over them. There's going to be lots of building. Not as much of anything else. Lots of building though. Because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to create a stable second base that doesn't have its own source of water. So we're gonna... Oh yeah, we also need to pump in some of this water from up here. Okay, and that should allow us to clean up a lot of this carbon dioxide that we have here. Sounds good. So let's finish up. Still not sure what that payload is. That we made some progress. Oh, look at that. We have some dupes. We can get more glass, meaning more power. Or we can get more brine. Or 2 useless dupes. Otto, why do you always have to come back as a useless dupe? I would love for you to be able to come back as a useful dupe, but no, I do not want a squeamish, shabby dresser, suit-wearing dupe. Okay, I need you to be more useful than that. This glass, on the other hand, is very useful. The question is, do I want it in this asteroid, or do I want it in the other asteroid? It doesn't really matter, I can just easily move them over, but I'm thinking we should put it in this one. So choose a blueprint. Yeah, we're gonna put it in this one. That should give us enough glass to be able to make another one of these eventually. We'll put it like right here or something. Never really gave it much of a thought before now, but we should definitely consider how we're gonna do this. So, okay, so we did pretty good today. We cleaned up a lot of the mess that this second asteroid was. We are in a pretty stable situation for food. We have 147 kcals on this asteroid and 129 kcals in climbing on the first asteroid, so we're doing very well. We broke into space on both asteroids and installed some solar panels. We are currently in the process of destroying this ice biome, which is very cold. Hopefully that doesn't creep into my farm, because my farm needs to stay not that cold. So we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna keep trying to get into this biome and just dig it all out. We'll tame these 2 geysers and figure out what we're gonna do with them for a source of water going forward. One thing to keep in mind is that slush geyser here is outputting brine, which will have to be at hijinks. Well, it will have to be at a certain temperature for us to output. So it will always output at 40 degrees. So compared to this cool slush geyser, which will always output at whatever degrees you put it in. So this one can be turned into water at the -10 it comes out in, and we won't get -10 water. But if you turn the polluted water into water at -10, it will freeze instantly, causing issues. Oh, we are out of mud. So, and as far as I can tell, there's no way to make additional mud, so that's all the water we're getting to start with. So might as well just turn this, start getting rid of this. We don't want to get rid of this infrastructure because it'll still be useful for when we actually start sleeve sieving some of the polluted water here into actual water. We'll want some automation for that though. So we'll probably focus on making the water a little bit more sustainable, like recycling our polluted water into the actual water bottle. And that's going to be our main focus on this planet. That plus getting the rocket set up so that we can go explore the third planet. We found it in the star map. So that'll probably be what we'll focus on this. Oh yeah, and we started taming animals. I like my animals. We'll probably need to also add automations to this because automation is great. And on this planet, we'll keep trying to stabilize things. We're gonna start finding a way to, once we have the water situation for the 2 geysers on the other planet set up, we're gonna have to start transferring some of that over to this one so that we can have a reliable source of water for us to irrigate our plants and, make oxygen. Also, we probably want to start looking into oxalate or electrolyzers for oxygen, as we are running very low on algae on this asteroid, and I'm pretty sure we are done with the 2 starting sandstone biome. This one is also very cold, followed by very hot. It's fun, I guess. Hopefully, I really don't want this cold to start messing with my burst blossom. But for now, we have a good amount. Like, we have 82 kilograms of food. We're in a very good position when it comes to food, when it comes to power, when it comes to water. We just need to make it a little bit more sustainable and start going to the 3rd planet over here and see what we can find there. Does it tell you the geysers already? Oh, look at that. There's a lot of geysers on this one. There's volcanoes, there's carbon dioxide geysers, which I don't see why we need more carbon dioxide geysers, but there's carbon dioxide geysers. There's aluminum volcanoes, gold volcanoes, and a polluted water vent. Oh, so there's an other source of water. These are not going to be my only sources of water. There's going to be a 3rd source of water here. For polluted water. On that planet. So, okay, that's interesting. I wonder why this generated some polluted water. I guess maybe from the marsh. Oh well, at least that does show that you're not necessarily completely locked to only the starting biome's water, which is nice. I thought that might be the case, but it doesn't turn out like that. So that's safe for now. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.